Welcome to the Trail Boss Squad. My name's John and we're shining the light of Christ one ride at a time. And we're here with our 2025 Chevrolet Traverse Z71 and we need a dash camera. And we are partnering once again with FITCAMX to bring you an integrated dash camera that once you install it, you won't even know it's there. We're talking about super easy installation. Really the only tool you need is a pry tool and it's included. So this is completely plug and play and you'll have a hidden dash camera and it will work great, record in 4K, and it's easy to use, and to connect to it you'll just use the phone app, and also you can even watch it live. Thank you FITCAMX for sponsoring this video. Let's get this thing unboxed and installed. Let's come right to the back of the Traverse and we'll just do our unboxing right here. You don't need a shop or any tools. All you need is what's in this box. And we've got it compartmentalized in two different spots. We've got the dash camera and the accessories. So let's go ahead and check out the dash camera first. You can see it comes in this pretty big box. It comes well wrapped. We do have a bunch of different options for connection. Have a different option for holding your phone screen while you're driving if you want to watch the camera. And then we've got the actual dash camera itself. Now this will just replace the little piece behind your current rear view mirror. And so we can see that this will just pop right on here. It does come with an SD card included right in there. And you can just push it and shoot it out. And we've got a 64 gigabyte card in there. Maybe you can see that. But don't worry about running out of space, because this thing is smart enough to know that once it gets full, just start overlapping the oldest stuff. Now, this thing is neat because if you get in an accident or you hit something or you just seen something cool, if you click this little picture button there, it'll actually save that clip and it won't override it later. Got a little user manual here in case you want to flip through that and check it out. And then in our accessory box is really the only thing that we need. Got a few different connectors here. If you want to take that SD card out and put it in your computer, you can put it right there at the end. Plug that in your computer, check out your files. If you didn't want to plug your phone in or stream it to your phone, this is the connector that we will need. We will literally just unplug what's there, put this in, plug this where it used to be, and put that in the camera. Then we got this sweet pry tool, which honestly this is the coolest pry tool that you can get as far as I'm concerned. So what if you wanted to hook it up a different way? Well, they do include different wiring harnesses where you know, you can plug these to the fuse box and things like that. We're not going to worry about that in this video. And then this is a phone holder. You mount that to your dash or to your windshield. You can put a phone there and you can actually stream from this camera to this in real time. And you can use your phone to do that. But if you use Android Auto or something, would probably interfere because Android Auto uses a Wi-Fi connection, and so does this. This actually creates its own little mini Wi-Fi connection, and you connect to that with your phone, and then you can look at all the stuff on it. So I do recommend having an additional device, but everybody's got a phone in the drawer, and it doesn't have to be fancy, and it can display what's on that camera at all times. But honestly, I don't want to see it unless something happens, and then I'll just look at it on my phone. So let's go ahead and install this. Pretty simple, as long as you got a little bit of patience, and let's go get it done. We come on in here, and we can see that this is what we will be replacing. It's just held on by just some snaps. So we will just simply unsnap it and we will snap this new one in. So we need to go ahead and pry this off. I usually just like using the plastic piece. I'm going to come right up top here, try to pop this middle section out. I have taken mine off before, so it may not be as hard for me, but we'll pop that middle section out. You might be able to just reach in there with your finger. There we go. And just pull it straight down, and this kind of just sticks in. So pull right there from the middle, And we can just kind of put our fingers in here and just kind of give it a little wiggle. Yeah, you might have to readjust your mirror when you're done. All right, we got that out of the way. Now, look for your connector. This is the one we are using. And that connector is right there. So how do we go about getting it? So we pull that right out, and right there is a little button that we'll push. So just push that in while you pull it, and there you go. So we will take our new cord, plug it into the new spot, push our little thing in. Then we will take the other side. It looks like the one we pulled out. We will just put it in and then push that little red clip. All right, now that we've got that in, we'll find our spare end and we will plug it into our actual camera. Can only go in one way. And we just want to make sure we get it securely connected. Now we'll pull this around. Actually, don't let me forget, we need to take this off of the new one too. Got that off. Now we'll loop this around. Kind of keep our wires where they will kind of get under here. Not really any specific spot for them to go, just kind of keep them tucked in. All right, now we've got that up here. Just kind of just shove it on and it will begin to click into place. All right, we got that on. Now we'll put our middle piece on. It will slide in from the front and then it will press in up top. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and just come around and let's take off our little, now you can't hardly see it, but that little white sticker on the camera. You will see the light on means it's working. All right, so once you get your dash camera installed, shouldn't be too hard or take you too long. You saw exactly how to do it. Go ahead and go to either the Play Store or the Apple App Store and download the app FITCAMX. So once you get that pulled up, you'll go ahead and open the app and it'll ask you to connect to your camera. So once you click connect, it'll bring up all of your Wi-Fi networks and you'll see one that's the dash camera. And it may say FITCAMX, it may say cam camera, something like that. If you click it, it'll ask for a password. That password is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then once you do that, click the back button, at least on the Android, and it'll take you back to the app. It'll start to think, and then it'll load your camera up, and you will see a real-time video stream of that camera. And so you'll see me just kind of drive a little bit with that full-time streaming camera. If you turn your phone sideways, it'll take up the whole screen. And so if you have a device or your phone, you can hook up to that Wi-Fi network, put it on the dash with that extra mount that they have included, and you can see what the car sees at all times. Now, why would I use a separate device? Well, if you use Android Auto or something like that, it will connect to your vehicle's radio through Wi-Fi, and so you can't really be connected to both at the same time. So you may want a spare device for that. If you don't use that, it may just work fine. So now that we're in the app, you can actually go and look at all your video clips. You can scroll through and look at them. You can even click the edit button and edit how long you want the clips to be. And then you can also download them directly to your phone. Of course, if you want, you can take that SD card out and put it right into your computer or device or whatever and look at them through that too. But it's pretty easy to look at through the phone and download them straight from there. So now you can go into your settings and see all the different options that we have in there. We've got a resolution setting. We've got how long do you want the video clips to be. Do you want to set your exposure? Is it a little too bright? Is it a little too dim? You can play with that as well. You can factory reset your SD card. It says to do that every few months just to keep it healthy. There's lots of options in there for you to play with, but all those are just up to you, and you can't really tear anything up in there. So that is it for the video. It's crazy just, how easy these things are these days. It used to be like a very complicated process. Now, I'm not saying that this is better than a standalone dash camera that does like a 360 camera or all that, but, this works great for my needs, and you don't have to do any extra wiring. To me, this is as easy as it gets. So about the footage quality, it looks great. I'll try to get you some nighttime footage in here as well. I forgot to do that in the last one. It looks good too, as long as you've got, good headlights. I didn't ever turn off the headlights to see how good it is, like with the night vision, just because I won't be doing that any. But it's great. Great camera, great quality, easy to use. I can't recommend it enough. All right, thanks FITCAMX for sponsoring this video. If you want one, check out the link in the description. And don't forget, Jesus loves you so much he died for you, and all the honor and glory goes to God. Good night, good trails, and God bless.